Welcome back to the channel. I'm headed up to Colorado Springs to go grab some parts for the Charger station wagon. So somebody has a fuel system of, I think it's FO or something, or 4 or something like that, and I'm gonna pick that up. They also have an ATI damper, which I just put one on the Durango Hellcat, but I could use it for the Challenger, or I could use it for the built engine. How I found the guy was he has some ARP 625 head studs, which I'll end up using in the built engine. He also has some supercharger spacers, a bunch of stuff. I think I'm just gonna buy everything he has because it's really, really cheap. He's just trying to unload it. It sounds like he sold his Hellcat. He bought all these parts and never put them on the car. So let's head up to Colorado Springs in the Hellcat and get all this stuff. Just picked everything up from the guy. So we have the ATI damper, which I just put one on the Durango Hellcat, but it's not the 10% overdriven one. So the good thing about this is I have another, so I have 2 unlocked HP Tuners Hellcat ECUs. Came with a brand new belt. It came with, he had 625 ARP head studs. Then I have the upper pulley, I think that's 2.75. We have the supercharger spacers, which makes it so it doesn't blow out that factory gasket. Then we have the bolts for that. I have almost a complete fuel system, so he couldn't find the fuel rails and the fuel pressure regulator in the line and the fittings. So I gave him a little bit less, and he said he was gonna go to his storage unit, find them, and call me by Friday. Hopefully that happens because I need the fuel rails so I could use all AN fittings for the fuel pumps. So, you know, I'll have to get that all figured out, and then, you know, I'll use these for the 426 when I build it. And I'll probably actually use these on the 426. We'll see. I may end up putting them on the Durango engine with all of, I'll just replace this overdriven one, the smaller pulley. We'll have the other belt. Then I think I could use this ECU and just program it for the Durango, and we'll do upgraded fuel pumps and everything. Over at the Junkyard, now what I'm gonna do is get the new transmission cross member mounted into the Charger. And I've been working with a subscriber. He made the first one and made a bunch of other brackets for me. Aaron Rue, big shout out to him. You know, I could have went with Sencut Sen to have this done, but he gets these made out of stainless. He works at a stainless steel bending manufacturing company. So he whipped this out. He already had the previous file, so it was very easy for me to just have him do this instead of sending it off to Sencut Sen. But I'm really appreciative that he did this so quick, because I sent him the file on Thursday, I believe, and by Saturday I had this thing. So now all I need to do is get this thing bolted in the car, and as you can see, it is at a 90-degree bend right there instead of the 45. This side was still fine at the 45, but this side I just wanted a little bit extra drive shaft clearance just for peace of mind, I guess, just so I didn't have to worry about if something, you know, moved or flexed, that the drive shaft wasn't going to rub on this cross member, because it was very close. So let's get this bolted in the car. It's got the old transmission cross member out. You can see that it is at a 45-degree bend or something around there. I can't exactly remember what the bend was, but now we have all the room for activities. I just need to plug weld this transmission mount in, but as you can see, the drive shaft is going to have so much room. And then once I get this plug welded in, I'll start forming it, and then pretty much get this up here, and then start curving that around, and then plug weld all those in. But really excited that Aaron Rue got this thing busted out so quick. Got the driver's side tranny cross member mount welded in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove the knuckle, this control arm, the subframe with the engine, the transmission, and then I can get everything around that area on this side seam sealed. I already did the inside, and then once I have that seam sealed, I could then come in, use the Raptor on these wheel wells. Then I could use it all the way underneath the car. I did all the way where the fuel tank was. Then I could do all the way forward to the engine bay, and we'll be ready to get the subframe powder coated, get the actual engine front differential, everything in this that's gonna be making it run and drive. So let's grab the little cart over there, drop this back out of here. I now have the front of the Charger finally undercoated and she is looking really, really good. So in the next video, I'm going to start permanently bolting suspension components in. And the first thing I'm going to bolt in the front is the brand new AAD / Black Ops AutoWorks upper control arms that they custom made me to work with the Trackhawk knuckles. Big shout out to them because it's really hard to find companies that are this excited to help with one-off projects like this. Most companies are just like, no, we don't want to do that. Or, you know, we don't have time for that. But Black Ops AutoWorks and AD, they just go out of their way to keep helping me with this project, and I'm very appreciative of it. But I finally have all the undercoating finished, and as you can see, it looks really good. I don't need to do this because there is a fender liner, but this just protects it more from the elements, so I don't have to worry about rust or water doing some weird stuff later on down the road. But coming underneath the car, you can see how much nicer it just looks. More uniform. It's all nice in kind of like a semi-gloss black. This is the Raptor. I'll put a link in the description. I use it in bed, in truck beds and stuff like that, or on the side. You know, I used it underneath the Jeep. It works very well. It's very durable. I really like how it looks. And then I have everything on this side all fabricated. I finished welding in that tranny mount on the driver's side, and now we have everything ready to go. Since I had that subscriber, Aaron Rue, help me out with the revised transmission crossmember, just so we had more drive shaft clearance. Then in the back, I removed the carrier bearing mounts because that 4-inch drive shaft that I'm having made, the guy said on Trackhawks that you have to remove that carrier bearing mount. So I decided to remove it now so I don't have to go back and then grind a big area and then re-undercoat it, because I'm not gonna have to, you know, I don't have enough room for a drive shaft with a carrier bearing because that transfer case sits so much further back. It was almost where the carrier bearing mount was. So I'm really happy that everything under here is nice, clean, ready to go, ready to have everything bolted in. So tomorrow I'll come in, demask everything, get the fuel lines and all this stuff up. Actually, I need to remove the factory fuel lines because I have steel braided fuel line, because I ended up picking up a whole, I think it's like a 900 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower kit. So it came with the 10% overdriven ATI damper, which I already put an ATI damper on the Durango, but they just unbolt. So I'm just gonna replace that with a 10%. I have a chipped HP Tuners ECU that came with it. I also have a smaller pulley. I have a belt. I have the whole fuel system. We should be able to make like 900 or 1,000 horsepower on the Charger right out of the box. I still need to order some injectors, and the guy is still needing to give me the fuel rails. So he needed to go down to his storage unit, grab the fuel rails. So I should have those Friday, as well as the fuel pressure regulator and some other miscellaneous stuff. But I'm really happy that she's gonna be a little bit more turned up than the Challenger is, because the Challenger is just stock. It's fun, but this is gonna be all-wheel drive. I'm not gonna have to worry about spinning. It's pretty hot out today. It's like 100 degrees, but especially in the shop, I don't have AC in here or a fan. It's pretty hot. So really happy that the Charger is finally where I could start completely bolting everything in. She's so close to driving. I'm gonna end the video here. In the next video, I'm gonna be modifying that $1,500 Moroso oil pan, get it to work with all of the front differential and everything. It's gonna get all cut up, but I needed somewhere to start off with, so I just ordered that. We'll do the upper control arms. We'll get a bunch of stuff busted out. Then I can get the subframe over to the powder coating shop, get that powder coated, get it finally 100% bolted in the car with the drivetrain. Can't wait. But as always, if you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, thumbs up, throw a comment below. See you guys next time.